Okay. Now let's talk about Karina.
I love Karina, but not moved by her as a strategist.
Yeah, I
I
don't
think
think she's
she's
really
just
done much. I'm so sorry.
no. You can.
Yeah, I don't think she really has done much. Like, besides from that one elimination where she got thrown in, I feel like she hasn't really done much. She hasn't really won anything. I don't think.
I'm very impressed that this is her first game and she's made it before she has it. So that she has that. I think that I would do that for her. But we have to just see what she can do. What happens in the future. Also didn't expect her to actually let me give her more credit. I didn't expect her to write my name down. I think that Josh was the one that kept me if I'm reading that right, and then everyone else voted for me. And Karina, I didn't expect her to do that, so maybe she is a little bit more has a little bit more teeth.
No, I do think that she's been bobbing and weaving as needs be. I think that she's been trying to like distance herself a little bit from like the challenge contingent, whether she's played or not. Like that's who she knows. And she definitely like seemed willing to like go. She's been everywhere. I think that she's been doing really well. I don't challenge wise. I don't really care if you've won a lot of challenges, to be honest. But I think that she's navigated socially pretty well.
I feel like a lot of people view her as like a pawn or a floater. At least people in the game. She could maybe be strategizing a little bit behind the scenes, but compared to the people that are in this final five right now, she seems like the least strategic. And I feel like she's just being used as a number. And because she's always a part of the plan, it looks like she's being really strategic. But I really think it's whoever is bringing her along that's being the strategic ones and able to convince her to go along with whatever plan
It's
is in
either
place.
hit or miss for some people. It's either a hit. I like that game player. Miss. I don't like that being struck.
Let's talk about Emily. I was gonna say, Drew, I haven't heard a word from you. Let's hear
I'm
something.
more so just listening. Like, I feel like I haven't gotten a very good read on the game, so I'm more so listening to what everyone else is saying.
Okay, but what do you feel about Emily in the game as a?
I mean, it's definitely impressive, like, that she's gotten this far, because I mean, I feel like pretty much either we know or we heard that, like, Emily is a huge threat in these games, especially when she's, like, not looked at very, like, in the beginning, and she's done that once again, where, I mean, she's probably in a decent spot to win the next challenge, just because she did well, she picked the challenge, so we could very well see her sitting at the end.
Yeah, I love her. Respect the game. I think that a lot of what worked for her was the fact that she. The only thing I think I don't like, but it's not really her fault, is the fact that a lot of what worked for her is her pre-existing relationships and the people that she knew before. Whatever
But is
it was
that
like.
not also, like, just how the challenge is?
But yeah, that might do. Yeah, that I'm saying like she can't control that. But
Yeah.
like I'm not sure like how much I like that. But yeah,
Definitely had an advantage coming in.
Yeah.
For sure.
we'll play so many games.
She's a huge beast, obviously. I question whether she made moves for the sake of making moves or if it was like actually the most necessary move for her. I mean, like full transparency, like she was, I don't know if she's told everybody else here this, but she was like, I want to go to the end with you. I want to go to the end with T and Goodman. Like, it's very easy to just be like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the end with you, gonna go to the end with you, go to the end with you, go to the end with you, and then you're like, oh, boop, boop, boop. Everybody thinks I'm going to the end. That's not how I play. And I don't really.
But how often do people get caught when they do that kind of game?
I think she's caught. I think why are they not
She's
voting
still
her
there.
out?
She's
I don't
still
get
there.
it. I don't get it.
But she's in the final. She's still there.
Why didn't we vote her out? Was there any move to try to vote her out in the last round?
Couldn't get numbers. I've been saying.
I think-
people
I
can
think-
attest to the fact that I've been saying her name early on. I needed her for this, but I've been saying her name.
I think the worst part is yeah, she has been caught, but she's still flying because people like her.
Yes.
Like that's the only reason that she's still in. But she was caught a while ago. People knew this. They just didn't have the guts to get rid of her. And
Well, I was gonna backdoor her, and then everybody told me the votes wouldn't be there.
exactly. So you didn't have the guts to get
Well,
her
why
out.
put her up if the votes aren't there?
At least give it a shot. Because
She
at
got,
least you
and
know.
then she got you out, right? So
Yeah,
Well,
that's the thing.
yeah, I know, but I
Without
still
without
don't
even-
think the votes would have been there. I
Who
agree
would
with
have
that
been
assessment.
Paddock versus who? Who's out? It would've been-
Paddock versus Josh.
Yeah, it would have
I would
been.
have kept Josh.
Yeah, because you're saying Amir and Josh. Amir obviously won the veto, and instead of putting Steven up, you would have put Emily up, right? So there was 5 voters, and it would have been
I would have voted
T,
Josh.
Alex, Emily, Karina, and Amir, I
I would have
believe.
kept Josh.
But I wonder.
Keeping
I think that he would have saved Emily as well. At that point, Goodman would have saved Emily. I think the number
Yeah,
one choice.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Because it was 5 votes.
Real quick to the point of like that's how the challenge works. This is more mission. It wasn't just where it didn't work for me was Survivor, where I got voted out was the pre-existing relationship. That was the game. Like that's it worked in the challenge. Like like Survivor, that's what the hard.
All right, so we got one more person. I just want to. How do we feel about Alex Goodman?
I like Goodman.
He's a sweetie.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I love him. Like, he is one of the 2 people that I do want to see up in that final. I will say that. That's all I can say.
Kind of in the middle.
I didn't play too closely with him.
I wasn't too close.
I wasn't close with him either, but I heard that he was playing in the middle. Like, people knew about him, but they never really saw him as a threat or too much as not someone they could not use. I feel like he was both someone they can use, but also not a threat.
That's definitely Emily told me walk him like a dog, Maddie, walk him like a dog.
I'm actually-
and that's very much like what I think.
I'm
has
actually
happened here.
very terrified for Goodman right now. If anything, usually in most reality shows, this is where the pawn or the pretty good player that you expect to see at the end goes home. So I think right now it might be Goodman's time to.
He's not the really good player though.
But he's the pawn.
Him and,
I thought he was
him and
just
Karina
very,
are like
like,
the
in the
bottom
middle.
tier of this final 5.
Exactly,
right
they're
now.
the
I thought they
pawn.
wanted
I said
to
the
get back
pawn
at
or
Emily
the
now.
good player. So
Uh-huh.
Goodman
I
being
thought I
a
was
pawn,
on
then in this case, because he's most likely gone in this one.
So okay, so I'm just gonna go, and I just want you to tell me who are 2 people that you want to see in the final 3. Amir,
Caddick and Josh.
Athena,
I do want to say Josh and Goodman. That's what they
Josh, and
Oh, Goodman.
oh, okay,
I forgot his full name.
yeah,
I want to see T and
Maybe it would be
TNT, okay,
I also would like to see T and
okay,
Josh and Goodman.
T and Josh.
Oh, me too. T and Josh.
all right. And with that, jury roundtable, thank you so much. I will say, it just, I mean, we're doing okay on time, but if there's, because we are going to be doing jury questions, right? I know you don't know who the final 2 jurors are, but maybe just start formulating some questions so we don't have all the same questions from everybody. What we'll do is once we know those final 2 jurors, I'll poll everyone and say, what's your question going to be? So we're not asking the same question to the same person twice. You know what I mean? So just start maybe formulating what is something that you want to hear from somebody that would, help you